Hey guys, what's going on? Today we're checking out Grandaddys Ghost by Moccasin Creek, Young Mercules, and Mike's on Music. I have heard Young Mercules before, just like one song, not too much. And I have heard Mike's on Music before. He did a rendition of When You Say Nothing at All. You know, I'm kind of biased on that song. It's one of my favorites of all time. You know, the original's always best, but he did a great job on that, and he sounded really, really good. So just wanted to kind of give him a little shout out there. You know, I'm back from Mexico for a couple weeks of Mexico, drinking tequila with my wife, sitting on the beach. And now, you know, it's 80 something there, and we come back and it's 30 something here, and your body's like going, what's going on? Yeah, it's been rough. So kind of a little bit under the weather, kind of been readjusting and, you know, catching up on sleep and things of that nature. You know, you get a little bit lack of sleep when you're having fun all the time. But I'm on the mend. I'm feeling pretty good. Appreciate you guys with the subscriptions. I picked up another 50 to 100, you know, while I was gone, and I was really kind of shocked. I know it's because I'm branching out a little bit on the artists, but I do know that some of you guys are, you know, I can see the numbers, and I do know that some of you guys are subscribing to me because of artists like this, Moccasin Creek. And I really appreciate it, and I'm sure they do too. The best thing about these types of artists is they're so good, and the problem is not with the artist. The problem is they don't get seen enough, and that's what the reactors job is to do, is to kind of big or small channel, kind of get their name out there and get them seen and heard, so that they can, you know, flourish and get paid for the many hours and work that they put in the music that they make. It impacts us all, and I'm eternally grateful for each and every one of these artists. Please give them a subscribe if you feel so inclined. The link will be down below in the description. But here we go. Hope you enjoy my review.
That's right. Moccasin Creek, what's up? It's been a long time coming, Bubba. Let's go. Yeah.
You know what I used to eat for breakfast? Cocaine. You know what I used to eat for lunch? Cocaine.
Heartbreak got me praying on my knees. I was only 14, going crazy in these streets. Before I linked up with the Moccasin, we played down by the creek. They say I put some weight on cause I ate up every beat. Please just play it then repeat. Had to struggle with addiction. This one's for my brothers out there stuck inside the system. Running from the mission, never front like I'm the victim. OG, I PTSD, he numb it with prescriptions. Had to dust myself off with every turn I lose. And now we winning and they watch it from a bird's eye view. I hear they curious to know just what that murk I do. I had to listen to the lies to finally earn my truth.
I was raised on a strong hand, yes sir, and no ma'am. Stepped off in the world.
Hold on. I had to hold on. I want to hear that again.
Now we winning and they watch it from a bird's eye view. I hear they curious to know just what that murk I do. I had to listen to the lies to finally earn my truth.
I was raised on a strong hand, yes sir, and no ma'am. Stepped off in the world, swear to God I had no plan. Coping with a neighbor, 40 in a palm house, waiting in the corner late night in a dark hole. Riding out on 40 West.
When I was younger, you know, I don't know if he had the same experience. It kind of sounds like he did. I'm going to go back just a little bit. Yeah, we had to call our parent, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. Nowadays, you know, kids don't do that, but that's how we addressed elders in our life, was yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, you know. And if you didn't do that, you were being very disrespectful. Nowadays, it's not like that. So, you know, strong, he talked about was raised by a strong hand. That's true too, you know. Corporal punishment, you know, those type of things. I'm not saying it was right all of the time, but it did keep me in line. It kept me in line. The fear of the hand, the fear of the stick kept me in line. My grandmother used to tell me, go out back and pick a switch. It worked. It worked. It kept me on the straight and narrow for the most part. I still have my time.
Listen to the lies to finally earn my truth.
I was raised on a strong hand, yes sir and no ma'am. Stepped off in the world, swear to God I had no plan. Coping with a neighbor, 40 in a palm mouse. Waiting in the corner late night in a dark hall. Riding out on 40 West thinking about my pawpaw. Standing on the edge, I'm trying just not to fall, y'all. Looking to the sky, lonely ride in the hot sun. Talking to my granddaddy's ghost, he riding shot.
I keep the scripture in the glove box. Flask on the dash, and that's a holy contradiction for my checkered ass past. I wrote rhymes in rehab, songs in the pews, while my shadow played poker with the man I once knew. Tried erasing all my guilt in my Sunday shoes, but that devil wears boots and he will stomp on you. I was knee deep in sin with a grin and a pen. I told the mirror I'm fine, but I died back then. He said,
like
your music ain't shit.
Hold on. Knee deep. Hold on.
Past, I wrote rhymes in rehab, songs in the pews, while my shadow played poker with the man I once knew. Tried erasing all my guilt in my Sunday shoes, but that devil wears boots and he will stomp on you. I was knee deep in sin with a grin and a pen. I told the mirror I'm fine, but I died back then. He said,
the pen pulled me out of the sin. Yeah, I like that, man. Knee deep on your knees. Yeah, that's real. That's real nice. That's a nice little wordplay right there. I like that.
Played poker with the man I once knew. Tried erasing all my guilt in my Sunday shoes, but that devil wears boots and he will stomp on you. I was knee deep in sin with a grin and a pen. I told the mirror I'm fine, but I died back then. He said, your music ain't shit. You don't cut deep, so let it bleed on the beat, boy. Don't even speak. He said, time don't stop, but it heals what's broke. And he floated out the window with the smoke.
I was raised on a strong hand, yes sir and no ma'am. Stepped off in the world, swear to God I had no plan. Coping with a neighbor, 40 in a palm mouse. Waiting in the corner late night in a dark hall. Riding out on 40 West thinking about my pawpaw. Standing on the edge, I'm trying just not to fall, y'all. Looking to the sky, lonely ride in the hot sun. Talking to my granddaddy's ghost, he riding shotgun.
You kind of get to talking to somebody who's not there, and you'll remember somebody like your granddaddy's ghost, your granddaddy, and you'll remember them because of maybe a situation that you're in, and then we all kind of do this. You kind of start talking to them like they're there still. It's real interesting. I think it's just I think most people do that in some way. At some point in their life, they're talking to somebody who's not there because it gives them comfort. Not there in the physical realm, of course, depending on what you believe, spiritually, I believe they're hearing you, but not everybody does. But people, I think most people at some point will be talking to somebody to kind of give them, while they're working out the issue that they have in their head, it gives them a comfort and it gives them a guidance by talking to someone who has helped them in a similar situation or just situations in general throughout their life, to kind of work out the critical thinking wise, the, how to remedy it. Right. I don't know how to explain it all, but the granddaddy's ghost, you're sitting there talking to someone who is not here in the physical realm. I get that. I really get that. Each one of them is excellent here. Really, really good.
Talking to my granddaddy's ghost, he riding shotgun.
That was great. I was kind of wanting Mercules to do another little verse right there at the end, last maybe 30 seconds or 20 seconds, because I really enjoyed his verse at the beginning. The topic as a whole, how you are reminiscing about the mistakes that you've made, but you know you have pulled out of them, and then like what he was saying at the end there, you know, you're talking to your granddaddy's ghost, kind of helping you through the situation that you're in. That's pretty cool. Great song. Really enjoyed that. Hope you guys did too. Please check Moccasin Creek out and throw the subscribe out there. And I'll see you guys soon. I hope you enjoyed that. Little quieter than normal, but like I said, I'm on the mend, but it's really good to be back, and I'm really relaxed right now, and I'm not so pumped up like I usually am, and I really had a relaxing time being away. Needed it. We all need a little break every once in a while. Peace.